Who are your top 10 favorite Best Supporting Actress nominees? I'm Michael, your weekly Oscar nerd, and here are my 10 favorite nominated performances. Not the best, and in no particular order. Your list likely won't mirror mine, but I know the final one is going to be popular.
Someday.
Why not today? I'm available.
You?
Me, Annie Johnson.
You mean you'd consider leaving that lovely little girl?
Oh, I wouldn't be leaving her. My baby goes where I go.
Sarah Jane is your child?
Yes, ma'am. It surprises most people.
In 1959's Imitation of Life, Juanita Moore played Annie, the live-in maid to movie star Lana Turner playing a movie star. Annie and her daughter Sarah Jane have a, let's say, complex relationship.
Honey, nobody's all right about anything. Nobody's all wrong. Now, if you don't want to be a teacher, all right. We'll talk about what you want to be. Honey, Miss Laura gets home from Italy in the morning, and I'm sure... Sarah Jane? Sarah Jane?
Any of you who saw this film know the tear-jerking ending, but nothing, and I mean nothing, tops this scene between mother and daughter.
If you're ever in trouble, if you ever need anything at all, if you ever want to come home and you shouldn't be able to get in touch with me, will you let Miss Laura know?
Yes. Yes, anything. Now, will you go?
That wasn't all I wanted, honey. That was only part of it.
What's the rest?
I'd like to hold you in my arms once more, like you were still my baby.
Universal thought that they had gold in the Lana Turner Sandra Dee storyline, given the sordid true-life incident when Turner's real-life daughter allegedly stabbed her mother's boyfriend to death. But instead, it was the secondary plot of Annie's daughter trying to pass for white that got all the attention, and for good reason. Susan Kohner won the Golden Globe and was expected to be Oscar nominated, but the studio was caught off guard when seventh-billed Juanita Moore also appeared on the Oscar list and hurriedly put together a bio to hand out to the press. I really wish Moore had won for her heartfelt and moving performance instead of Shelley Winters. Juanita Moore's skill avoided the traps of making her saint-like character icky and saccharine. It remained her only career nomination. A gentle soul in real life, Juanita Moore died in 2014 at the age of 99.
I'm never on another line. I'm in a meeting. I consider us a team, Tess. And as such, we have a uniform. Simple, elegant, impeccable. Dress shabbily, they notice the dress. Dress impeccably, they notice the woman. Coco Chanel.
I've worked in enough corporate offices to know that Sigourney Weaver nailed the imperious, aggressive boss lady type in 1988's Working Girl.
I've indicated that I'm receptive to an offer. I've cleared the month of June, and I am, after all, me.
Well, what if he doesn't pop the question?
I really don't think that's a variable.
Tess, you know, you don't get anywhere in this world by waiting for what you want to come to you. You make it happen.
Pretending to be the ally of her underling, played by Melanie Griffith, Weaver's disingenuous and cunning character knew that manipulation was among the instruments in her professional toolbox and used them when necessary.
How did well, let's see,
The impulse. What led you to put the two together?
Well, you know, I would have to check my files. I can't recall exactly
Well, generally. It's not as if it was in the mainstream.
You know, it would have to be
I've known women like this and found them to be so nasty to their female colleagues. As the duplicitous executive, Sigourney Weaver was very funny in her Golden Globe-winning performance. Needless to say, the Academy got it wrong when Gina Davis won instead for The Accidental Tourist. Are you familiar with the inner workings of the corporate world? Tell us what you experienced.
I didn't intend to sleep all night. I just pulled over. Have I broken any laws?
No, ma'am.
Then I'm free to go.
Is anything wrong?
Of course not. Am I acting as if there's something wrong?
1960 Psycho is, I think, much more appreciated now than when it was originally released. Perhaps we're more desensitized to violence, even though the iconic shower scene remains shocking today. As the victim of Mrs. Bates, Janet Leigh's performance was a critical element to the film's success.
How much?
Go ahead, spin it around the block.
It looks fine. How much would it be with my car?
You mean you don't want the usual day and a half to think it over? You are in a hurry, aren't you? Somebody chasing you?
Of course not. Please.
Well, it's the first time the customer ever high-pressured the salesman.
Janet Leigh's Marion Crane is an enigma. She's a victim, but not an entirely innocent one. After all, she does steal money from her boss. Yeah, she was going to return it, but she meets Anthony Perkins on that fateful night.
You've never had an empty moment in your entire life, have you?
Only my share.
Where are you going? I didn't mean to pry.
I'm looking for a private island.
What are you running away from?
Why do you ask that?
While many feel Janet Leigh should have won instead of Shirley Jones and Elmer Gantry, I understand why the latter got the Oscar. Come on, when an ingenue plays a prostitute, it's all over. A talented actress, Janet Leigh did win the Golden Globe for Psycho, but was never Oscar nominated again. If she had won, I wouldn't be mad. The charismatic mother of Oscar winner Jamie Lee Curtis died in 2004 at the age of 77.
Remember that little island with the temple? Beautifully preserved.
Tell you the truth, I prefer the beaches.
She could sit in the sun all day.
Oh, that's enough ruins. How many ruins can you see? Oh, but that hot sand, that blue water, that's for me.
What can I say about Maureen Stapleton that I haven't already expressed in previous videos? Well, for one, I think her performance as Pearl in 1978's Interiors is her finest nominated performance.
Oh, I love black ebony. I own some statues. Actually, they're from Trinidad. Oh, I love those real primitive statues with the big hips and the big breasts. Oh, I even have some voodoo masks. I believe in that stuff. I could tell you a fortune, but I need deck cards. Later, maybe.
Warm, engaging, and unapologetically honest, Pearl brings life into the muted, lifeless home of Geraldine Page, E.G. Marshall, and their 3 daughters. The film, written and directed by Woody Allen, was a departure from his comedic work in the 1970s, and often cited as reminiscent of Ingmar Bergman's filmmaking style.
I didn't get that. I mean, to me, it wasn't such a big deal. One guy was a squealer, the other guy wasn't. I liked the guy that wasn't.
Well, it's a little more complex than that, don't you think?
Why? You liked the squealer? Did I miss something?
How do you figure out the right thing to do? How do you know?
How do you know? I don't know. You just know. I mean, you feel it. I mean...
While I always thought Maureen Stapleton was likable in everything she did, how could you not love her in this film? You can't take your eyes off of her, and not just because she stands out in a red dress. She's the only one in the room with a joie de vivre, and wants to share her enthusiasm with those around her. Looking back, Woody Allen stated, "I should have brought Pearl in earlier. The whole thing would have flowered from the start." For me, whenever Maureen Stapleton entered a film, it was the right time. The Oscar, Emmy, and Tony-winning actress died in 2006 at the age of 80.
Do you love me, Mommy?
Oh, yes.
Do you know about Leroy?
Yes.
You told me to put my shoes in the incinerator, didn't you?
Yes.
What did you do with the medal? I can have it now, can't I?
Put me up against Reagan in The Exorcist over Rhoda Penmark in The Bad Seed any day of the week. As the true child from hell, Rhoda, played by Patty McCormack, is someone you never turn your back on, no matter how sweet that smile is.
Well, do you know what I mean?
Well, yes, Mother, I guess so.
No, you don't know what I mean.
But it was silly to want to bury the medal pinned on Claude's coat. Claude was dead. He wouldn't know whether he had the medal pinned on him or not.
Patty McCormick was 11 years old when she recreated her Broadway role for the 1956 film version. Easily able to con her nitwit mother, played by Nancy Kelly, Rhoda's evil deeds just keep piling up as the walls around her start to close in.
You know so much. His editor called from long distance, and he had to go to work. And you better do yours. And I found out about one lie that you told. There is no such thing as a stick bloodhound.
I'm sure most of you have seen The Bad Seed and know that the endings of the source novel and play were changed so that the perpetrator of the crimes got hers in order to meet the production code standards. The Academy likely felt that Patty McCormick was too young to earn a grown-up Oscar, especially for such a diabolical character. And even though she lost to an nymphomaniac played by Dorothy Malone in Written on the Wind, McCormick's legendary performance is highly watchable today. What would you have gifted Rhoda Penmark? A basket of kisses or a bolt of lightning?
But you catch on real quick. Most of them, honey, most of them out that door by 10:30 in the morning crying. Thanks a lot. I might blow my brains out. You don't like me very much, do you?
Though Diane Ladd had been a working actress for 10 years before co-starring in 1974's Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, it was her performance as Flo which brought her to the attention of the movie-going public and the Academy.
You can kiss me where the sun don't shine.
I'll kiss you anywhere you want. Where the hell's the butter?
Mel, why don't you go give yourself a jack job in a paper sack and get off my back? Ah! Steve, you better watch it. You're gonna draw back a bloody stub.
Flo is foul-mouthed and blunt, but also big-hearted, and ultimately a friend and confidant to her co-worker Alice, played by Oscar winner Ellen Burstyn. Ladd provides some of the film's best moments when working in Mel's diner, but I think her scene with Burstyn in the backyard bathroom is the one that earned her the Oscar nomination.
My life ain't exactly a bed of petunias. I got me a daughter, cutest little thing you ever saw. She needs her about $4,000 worth of dental work, else she's gonna have buck teeth. What am I gonna do? I ain't got any money.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. Diane Ladd deserved to win for this performance, not only because she was excellent, but, here comes the eye roll, she lost to Ingrid Bergman in Murder on the Orient Express. Ladd was robbed. Nominated a total of 3 times, Diane Ladd, who should have at least been acknowledged with an honorary Oscar, died in 2025 at the age of 89.
You've got to help me. Help me, Mother. Just this once. Hello? I'll change. I promise I will. I'll be different.
Hello?
Just give me another chance. It's your fault I'm the way I am.
Santa Monica Police Department.
Help me.
I'll get to the scene that brought Ann Blythe her Oscar nomination for 1945's Mildred Pierce. Until then, I'll talk about how the 17-year-old actress was a hoot as Vita, the precious jewel and eventually thorn in the side of her mother, played by Oscar winner Joan Crawford.
Really, Mother, it seems to me you're making quite a fuss about something which doesn't matter. If you bought the uniform for Lottie, and I certainly can't imagine who else you could have bought it for, then why shouldn't she wear it?
You've been snooping around ever since I got this job, trying to find out what it is. And now you know. You know, don't you?
Know what? Know what, Mother?
Like Rhoda Penmark, Vita is also manipulative, but older and much more wiser in the ways of making people fall for her BS. Yeah, Mildred looks stupid, for a while, but she catches on in this delicious scene that is the mother of all parent-child confrontations.
Vita, I think I'm really seeing you for the first time in my life, and you're cheap and horrible.
You think just because you made a little money you can get a new hairdo and some expensive clothes and turn yourself into a lady. But you can't. Because you'll never be anything but a common frump whose father lived over a grocery store and whose mother took in washing. With this money, I can get away from every rotten, stinking thing that makes me think of this place or you.
Vita is such a bitch, and Ann Blythe is unforgettable. I think she also suffered the same fate as Patty McCormick, playing a role that was too mean upon which the Academy to bestow an Oscar, especially to a minor. I would have chosen Blythe over the winner, Anne Revere in National Velvet. Oh, those who become members of the channel, not subscribers, are able to see exclusive content of Anne Revere winning her Best Supporting Actress Oscar, only seen on the Oscar Man channel. The link to memberships can be found in the description below. Only Oscar nominated once, Anne Blythe died in 2026 at the age of 98.
Don't worry about me. I've just stopped worrying about losing something I never had a chance to get in the first place.
Would the things be a man? Or am I getting too personal?
You are. I don't care anymore. I've been kidding myself long enough. I'm not gonna run away anymore.
Probably not as well known as the other performances on my list. Jan Sterling's nominated role as Sally in 1954's The High and the Mighty always moves me, even if I have to fast forward this lengthy melodrama to find her.
There's a right to know what kind of a person I am. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him that I'm a different kind of person than he thinks I am. I'm not wonderful. I'm not kind. I'm not clean.
Sally is a passenger aboard a plane that is headed for a crash. She tells her story to the passenger sitting next to her, a complete stranger, in a monologue that the script could have been subtitled Oscar Scene. As she relays her story of how she has deceived the man with whom she has been corresponding and is waiting to meet, Sally begins removing her makeup, symbolically and not too subtly, telegraphing the audience that she is ready to show her true self.
Look at my face. Wouldn't you walk away? I'm so much older than my years have made me. Look at my face carefully as he'll do. You'll see how very old I am.
This role could have gone terribly wrong, and for sure, it's ripe for parody. But for me, Jan Sterling was so good here and made the most of the opportunity to own her relatively brief time on screen. She actually managed to win the Golden Globe, but lost the Oscar to Eva Marie Saint in On the Waterfront. Though she also did good work in Ace in the Hole and Female on the Beach, Jan Sterling was never nominated again, and she died in 2004 at the age of 82.
Well, I guess I saved up for a rainy day. Like me, investing in real estate for my old age. I didn't think how much easier I could make it for you. You being in a delicate condition, so to speak.
Hope Emerson didn't steal 1950s Kate's just because she was 6'2". She was a towering presence, no matter her size, and her performance as Matron Evelyn Harper was, dare I say it, scarier than Patty McCormick's.
You know it's against the rules to have any pets. Hand it over.
I think I could have had a fighting chance going up against Rhoda Penmark, but no way would I have been able to defeat Matron Harper. She's brutal, intimidating, and downright cruel. Just the type of character who walks off with a film and an Oscar nomination.
Anyone who doesn't toe the mark sits in solitary for 1 month. Bread and water. One funny move from a girl and I'd clip every hair off of her head. That's the way it used to be run, and that's the way it ought to be run. Just like they're a bunch of animals in a cage. Get out of here.
In this tale of an innocent, played by Eleanor Parker, trapped in a claustrophobic prison setting, Cage features a set of stellar performances from its all-female cast. Hope Emerson's performance, in particular, is a masterwork. She doesn't need any acting tricks, special makeup, or costuming to create this totally unredeeming character. She's just hateable. And I loved her in this film. Emerson should have won instead of Josephine Hull in Harvey. The larger-than-life actress, who was anything but Evelyn Harper in real life, was only Oscar nominated once. Hope Emerson died in 1960 at the age of 62. Before I conclude with the final nominee on my list, I want to thank you for watching this video. We all have our favorites when it comes to the Oscars, and that's why I enjoy presenting mine and especially learning about yours. If this is your first visit, consider subscribing to the channel so you can join a collection of amazing Oscar nerds for a new video each week, as well as cast your vote in the daily polls. If you could, please give this a thumbs up and share it with others who may want to add to the discussion.
So you're giving my son the blame.
Oh.
No problem, my son getting blamed, and you know why that
Perhaps you
is.
should let me talk. I think
Sister,
you're
you ain't
getting
going
upset
against
now.
no man in a robe and win. He's got the position.
And he's got your son.
Let him have him then.
What?
It's just till June.
Almost 8 minutes on screen. One scene. I could watch Viola Davis in 2008's Doubt repeatedly. And I have.
I'm talking about the boy's nature now. Not anything he's done. You can't hold a child responsible for what God gave him to be.
I'm only interested in actions, Mrs. Miller.
But then there's the boy's nature.
Leave that out of it.
Forget it then.
As Mrs. Miller, the mother whose son gets caught in the tangled web of a relationship with a priest, Viola Davis did what most wouldn't even dare to do. She stole a scene outright from Meryl Streep.
Then does a man have his reasons? Yes. Everybody does. You have your reasons, but do I ask the man why he's good to my son? No.
Mrs. Miller is a woman trying to make sense out of a situation that she doesn't want to be a part of, but still fights for her son's dignity and truth. She may not convey her intentions in the most politically correct way, but she's honest and forthright. Simply put, supporting performances don't get better than this. After I saw the film, I kept thinking about Viola Davis. How could she not win the Oscar for this performance? It's why the supporting categories were created. I thought she would win, not Penelope Cruz for Vicky Cristina Barcelona. I was truly disappointed. There are performances that prospective actors study, and this has to be one of them. I imagine the performance given by this EGOT, winner of an Oscar, Emmy, Grammy, and 2 Tonys, will appear on many of your lists. Be sure and share your top 10 favorite Best Supporting Actress nominees with us so we can compare, debate, and learn. And until we meet again, here is one of my least favorite nominees in the Supporting Actress category. What the hell did she do that was Oscar-worthy?
I know what prompted the dean of the college to enter the Holy Father's rooms. He was concerned that the sister from my order that made that regrettable scene might have been brought to Rome with the deliberate intention of embarrassing a member of this conclave. His suspicions were correct.